This is something you'll see only on CNN. And Ben joins us now live. What is happening around you?
What I'm seeing, Christy, is that the NTC fighters are really fanning out across the city, going in sort of every direction. What they're particularly interested in are the residences of Gaddafi, former Gaddafi officials, associates, relatives. I'm at the house, which apparently is the house of one of the relatives, and I did once, as a young man, brought out a very large sword that he picked up from inside the house. They said there are also weapons and ammunition in that house. But really what we're seeing is a fair amount of local inhabitants have come out to cheer on the fighters. We see others who seem to be hanging back, or possibly not altogether enthused about the arrival of those fighters. Sabha was traditionally thought of as a town that was sympathetic to Muammar Gaddafi, but what we've seen so far, and I stress so far because we haven't really had a complete run of this city, which is the fourth largest city in Libya, we haven't seen whether all parts of the city are now under the control of the NTC forces. Christine?
NTC troops, you're traveling with them, have entered Sabha, but will they be able to take and hold on to the area?
Well, by the looks of it, I mean, there really isn't much in the way of fighting. I've been in much smaller towns and villages in Libya where there was much more of a battle. As far as I can tell, I mean, I'm not hearing much more than celebratory gunfire every once in a while. I see a plume of smoke coming out from the horizon a bit to the west of here, but it doesn't look like a major battle is going on, quite to the contrary. Everyone was expecting, Christy, a large, bloody battle to take Sabha, but so far, not much of a battle. Pretty much the city just let them in without a fight. Christy?
There are claims that Muammar Gaddafi is there in Sabha. What is the NTC saying?
We're getting mixed messages. Some press reports saying that Gaddafi was sighted in the Manshia neighborhood in northern Sabha. But speaking to local residents, they say they have not seen any sign of Muammar Gaddafi. Now, field commanders are telling us they believe that Abdullah Sanusi, one of the people on the wanted list, and his former intelligence chief, is in Sabha, or may have been, and also Mu'tasim Bilal, who is one of the sons of Muammar Gaddafi, was reportedly in Sabha. But you have to keep in mind, Christy, that this is a part of the country that's lived for many years off of smuggling to sub-Saharan Africa, and therefore there are many ways and tracks and guides who will help whoever wants to flee Sabha into Niger or into Chad. There are people who can do it. Christine?
And I understand that you're traveling with the NTC fighters, but have you had a chance to see or talk to any of the residents of Sabha, the civilians there, and how they're reacting to this development?
Well, no, I had a chance to speak to quite a few because they're sort of, in some areas they come up and mob the car. We are, as far as I know, the only live camera. In fact, we are the only live camera in Sabha. So lots of people came up and they said they're happy that Libya is free, that they were with the revolution from the beginning, but because of suppression by security forces, they weren't allowed to come out. But so the ones who come up to you are obviously the ones who are happy to see the arrival of the NTC forces. I have to stress, however, that we were in a town about 70 kilometers north of here yesterday evening, where a lot of people were coming up to me and saying they still liked Gaddafi. So I think, though the supporters are probably staying at home, staying sort of behind closed doors. Maybe in a day or two or three, when they feel a little more confident, they'll start to come out and express themselves peacefully, perhaps peacefully otherwise.